Wren has done pretty well in the past against Moncourse, and Monkey knows this. Been firing himself up this week for this game. In the middle, Jarman got a touch, but that was all. McDermott also. Back to Jarman again. Trying to push it forward is Anderson. Now they've got a chance. Going wide was Josh Mayle. Pushes it towards Liptak on the outer side. With him is Graham Wright. And it's the latter who pushes it over the line for a throw-in.
Interchange for Adelaide, Wiedemann, Powell and Chalmers.
Conditions perfect for football today. Brennan Monkhorst again. Hassel there, Hart also, and Brown. Hurried kick down towards Anderson, who chops it off. Maynard was there, couldn't take it cleanly. Mayle also once again. Josh Mayle keeps it in play. Crunched was McDermott and pushed in the back, so he's going to take it on the defensive side of centre. Pretty good crowd in attendance, Pete.
Yes, must be close to 25,000, I would think, as Chris McDermott to the half-forward line. Moncourse gets himself in the middle of the pack. Here's David Brown on the right foot, bringing it back to the half-forward line. 2-on-1, all racing hard at it is Shane Watson. That was good football. On to Kerrison. Kerrison smothered. The Crows with a chance. There's Rodney Maynard playing down on the forward line, and he was held, I think, behind the player, maybe even a little bit high. And Rodney Maynard will kick in the direction of Modra. He's on the lead. Out he comes. He can jump here. Modra! Kelly at the back. Good play. As he gives it further afield to Gavin Krasiska. Krasiska gets onto his favoured left boot, brings it back towards the boundary line. And Damien Moncourse quite content to let it roll over at half forward for Adelaide.
Mickey McGowan running with Jarman and Johnny Hassel running with McGuinness.
Reached the expected top today at 17. McGuinness caught a cry, ball goes up. Butcher close to the boundary line, keeps it in play. Gets a high kick back towards centre wing and taken over by Mayle.
And Ben Hart also from the Crows been given the job on Gavin Brown.
Brennan Monkhorst again on centre wing. You can see the record heavily in Collingwood's favour. 4-1. Rashuda cross half back. Buckley's got him. McCartney. Kick is partly smothered. Back it goes to the middle of Mickey McGuire. Surrounded. He gets a short little chip. But it came unstuck because he was surrounded. Taken by Jamieson. High to half forward. No mark by Ingerson. Was there holding on going on? It was on Watson. The umpire said no.
I would have thought there was about 3 free kicks there, Sandy.
Shane Watson certainly felt he had one. But a bounce. Houlihan over the top. Belts it wide. Buckley's hand pass. Fine Hassel off to Watson. Pie's out of trouble.
Shane Watson wide. This is Gavin Brown getting away from Hart. Brings it into half forward. Pittman underneath it. At the back, it's a quick hand pass from Wellman. Back it goes. Moncourse a chance from 30 metres. Damien Moncourse has hit the post. So not a good kick in the finish to miss from 30 and not a lot of pressure on.
No, but the Crows actually tried a little effort there from Moncourse. Peter been very good in that back half.
What a shocker. The kick in straight to Rocker. That was terrible. Now Rocker plays on. No one on the mark. He's kicked into the man on the mark. Down they go. What? There are two of the worst mistakes. It's a free kick to Adelaide. Two of the worst mistakes you've ever seen in a million years, Roscoe.
Yep, we've all seen it.
Well, high drama as Pittman has it on the outer side. Tries to get round and does. In towards the middle. Well, there's going to be a free kick anyway.
His Jarman didn't have his eyes on the ball, Sandy. They've just charged straight into Watson.
Gee, they're dangerous, those short kicks from fullback, aren't they?
Watson stabs it towards half forward. McCartney was his target. Buckley does the scouting. Was there holding on then? The umpire calls play on. Buckley's kick is high. In towards half forward. McGuire and McGuinness both weight down. McGuinness gets it off to McDermott. Here's a chance for the Crows to go up to the half forward line. Here comes Modra.
Kelly's on a hamstring, I think, or an ankle.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Kelly's in trouble.
That'll be a hemi for sure.
Well done by Ben Hart in that back half there. He's surrounded by Collingwood players, but he made sure he got the ball to the ground and they got it free.
Left hamstring. Kelly is favouring. Here's the shot by Tony Modra. This would be a grand start for the Crows if he could notch the first one for the day. But Tony Modra, goal number 45 for the season. And the Crows lead by 5 points.
And that's how to play Victoria Park. You come direct. That kick from Wellman into the man to Rocco is just, you've got to kick long out of full-back. I mean, once you get the system from half-back here, direct it through the centre, straight down to a leading full forward like Modra, and you convert.
First blood to Adelaide. Craig Kelly has done his left hamstring coming off the ground, and Mark Richardson on, or Alan Richardson on, I should say. And, well, good start to the Crows. Here's Tony McGuinness. It looks like Houlihan's gone down on the Modra. Here's Modra. Oh, he's dropped the sitter. He should have taken that mark. Hassel. Oh, that was a gimme. And Hassel kicks wide. That could be out in the full. It is, so a lot of mistakes being made, but what a gimme to Modra.
Yes, you would have thought that a player of that experience would have taken that mark.
Anderson kicks in towards the middle, towards Pittman and Monkhorst, and the latter takes the mark. Always likes to move it on pretty quickly. This time's no exception. Mickey McGuan has an airing.
Fortunately, get a free kick though for holding on. Jarman tackled him.
Strange happenings early on at Victoria Park.
A lot of mistakes.
McGuan. Off he goes to the man who's just come on, Richardson. Short little chip to Buckley on centre wing.
Yeah, Rashudo's got him.
Buckley's kick. Long towards half forward. Pittman in his front. Got the spoil. Flicked round his body. Long in towards goal was Brent James, but it goes across the face of goal and out of bounds in Collingwood's left forward pocket. They're kicking to the city end.
Interesting roll too for Bradley Prane. He's picking up Greg Anderson on a wing.
Pies warm favourites to win this game. Wren tap down, chance for McGuinness to clear. He does so. He comes to the wide open spaces. No one within Cooey, so the race is on. Pies have the numbers. Butcher decides to leave it. Rouvray goes in for the Crows, and he does it well, doing it on his own. Seeing it over the line.
Rouvray's adjusted pretty well to playing in a centre line role, particularly on a wing. He's done it pretty well for a big fellow.
Centre wing, Monkhorst and Wren. Here's Wren, he went without it. Jarman trying to get into one of those quick hand passes. Oh, good play by Rouvray at the bottom of the pack. Oh, pretty harsh. Free kick paid against him. He was battling to get it out. And Gavin Brown will take the kick on centre wing. So Brown bringing in towards Buckley, and Rocker at the back, couldn't take it. Here's Chris McDermott, still McDermott, good play by McDermott. On the mail, and a free kick, some interference from Williams, and this great player for South Australia and the Crows, Chris McDermott brings it to centre wing.
Big pack of players. At the back is Butcher, and he's clear. 80 metres, 70. Long kick in towards goal, goes over the top. Fly was there, but no mark. Anderson comes in for the Crows, and the umpire also comes in and says, I'll have a bounce. I think Pie fans thought there was going to be a mark held by Big Sav.
It was a good kick by Butcher, Sandy, to give Rocker a chance there, but not held long enough for these conditions.
So right in front of goal. Wren can't take it away. Again, they lock it up. Big Sean at the bottom. Good
sign the umpire's not paying those, Ross, because there's been a lot of ticky touch with marks this year.
I agree.
Still in the Pies attacking zone. McDermott, as usual, at the bottom, almost threw it out. Going to get a free kick for one just too high.
Well, it's the Adelaide champ will see this again. Yes, too high around the shot. Well, no doubt about that.
I think the ear went.
Well, Chris McDermott to the half-back line. Big Wren is the flyer. Quick kick is by Jamison towards centre. Well trapped David Brown as he got back up support, and the umpire said he held it, or almost threw it, in fact. And it'll be a kick. Shane Kerrison. So Kerrison way out at half forward. He bring it in front of goal. Wren gets into the hole, and he dropped the mark, in fact. And finally it's cleared by Anderson to the centre of the ground. Oh, another mistake by Buckley. Oh, the Crows off and running. That looks like, well, it's lip tacker there in Ingerson. Now Ingerson to Jarman. Here they go. Brown, where's Modra? Here he is. Can he get there against Houlihan? Oh, he went without it. Houlihan has got it. Breaks the tackle. Wigney's there. Now Modra. Good. Oh, shocking hand pass by Modra. And Collingwood get out of jail. Oh, another shocking kick. Oh, by McGuan. Oh, Jarman on the McGuinness from 65 metres. He bends it back. Wigney went too early. And he really had his name written all over that. Wigney should have marked it. But what's Mickey McGuan doing out there?
Well, it's amazing how those problems run through a team very quickly.
Tipper, latest injury report. What is it with Kelly?
As you guys called it, it's a hamstring, and unfortunately for the strongman to be out for the rest of the game.
Well, bad luck for Collingwood, and more specifically for that man, Craig Kelly. Houlihan, they call him Hose. He goes short to right. Has it on the last line of defence. Graham Wright turns 26 on Monday, so he'll be looking for an early present today. Gavin Brown beautifully picked up on the half volley, pumps it high up towards the half forward line, and a good effective spoil is going to see the ball over the line. Well fisted away by Rodney Maynard, and a throw in on Collingwood's right half forward flank.
Well, there's Bradley Rowe and Tony Shaw, Kelly in the background. And bad luck to the Magpies. They lose Craig Kelly so early that gives Modra a real chance here. Collingwood have had to reshuffle their defence. It'll be a bounce at half forward for the Magpies. But Adelaide have had plenty of the play. They should really be a little bit further in front. A couple of fumbles down on the forward line. A drop mark by Modra. They lead by 6 points though, the Adelaide Crows. Here's Matthew Liptak. He waits for it. Went without it. Another fumble. Smother. Good smother though. Bradley Plain goes in after it. Johnny Hassel is there also. It'll be another bounce. But, gee, there's a lot of fumbling going on.
Well, it's amazing, Peter. It can happen at training even. It can start well. You get a few blokes fumbling, poor handballs, and it runs right through the team, and it's happened for both sides today.
Just in Collingwood's attacking zone. Moncourse stands his ground, wins it. Towards Hassel, close to the line. Over.
And of course, with this size ground being a bit small, it's going to be a lot tighter. So the Crows have adapted pretty well early. It's going to be pretty tight all the way around.
3 times they've tried to win here. The Crows, 3 times they've failed. They've gone pretty close. Anderson just threw it out to Tony McGuinness, and McGuinness pumps it up towards half forward. Krasiska, a fine diving mark. Gavin Krasiska, floater towards centre wing, and an easy mark taken by Josh Mayle. Playing only his second game. Oh, and he's still going. Mayle's kick is high, in towards the middle. Ingerson waits at the back. A chance for Buckley, who comes storming through, but Ingerson stays with him. Collingwood, however, have the numbers. Finishes with Buckley again. His kick is only short, however. Working hard for the Pies is Brent James. He's got support now in Rocker and he needs it. He's lost it to Mayle. Crows out of trouble once again. They've got the only goal on the board. McDermott pumps them to half forward. Here comes Modra. Some holding on going on, and it was against Houlihan anyway.
Yes.
So Modra is going to take the kick, and he's going to take a shot at goal just 40 metres out, almost directly in front.
It's a good run here from the Crows. They've done some good work inside. And again, a good direct kick. Look down at Modra. He's run into space.
Came into this game with 44 to his name for the year. He's already kicked 1, and he has now kicked 1 goal.
Got to kick those full forwards, don't they?
They're important, particularly when it's going to be a tight game, Pete.
Very early in the piece. Just gives you confidence, a big lift if you can kick a couple straight, but he's had a drop mark, Modra, and now a bad miss. But the good thing is he's getting away from Houlihan and making space and giving the Eagles a real target. Now, 2-on-1 here, Moncourse. Moncourse beat the 2 of them. Good mark. Damien Moncourse at half-back. He's been in good form in recent weeks. Oh, that's a high kick. McDermott with courage, back with the flight. No mark. Buckley is there. David Brown trapped it well. McDermott goes in to help. On to Wren. On to Jarman. A further hand pass. Tony McGuinness with a long hand pass. Here's a chance for Anthony Ingerson with that funny-looking kick. But I think he's kicked the goal. Yes, he has. So, Anthony Ingerson, an ugly style, but he's been effective kicking a goal. 2-2 plays a point.
Yes, and well done there by David Brown and also McDermott, the skipper, to get the ball in that tight situation. Then their quick hands. Watch this, Brown on it first, then McDermott. And quick hands all around there from about 4 or 5 players. And as Pete said, finish up with Ingerson. It looks untidy, but very effective in the end.
An excellent start by the Crows. They lead by 13 points. Wren tries to win it down to Jarman. McGuan puts body in over the ball. They crunch on top of him. No free kick. Socket wide to Brown. Here's a chance for the Crows to go towards Modra once again. He doesn't get a favourable bounce. Whitney taps it down for him nicely. Modra a snap. Well played by Whitney. And it's away to the left for one behind. So 2 goals, 3 is Adelaide's score.
Whitney's got an important role down there to try and use his body and keep some space there for Modra to lead into, and if there's a pack, to get inside and allow Modra to jump over the top, which he's very good at.
Just a very slight breeze going to left of screen, the end that Adelaide is kicking to. Certainly in the scoreboard. Well played, Jarman. Now the bounce. Racing out of Stephen Ryan onto the left foot, and that could be out in the full, so a lot of mistakes being made, but Adelaide, they're pretty switched on. They're having a real dip here as Mark Lasciuto brings it in towards the Modra direction. Modra! Oh, he hung in the air. Here's Whitney a chance. On the right foot, Jarman. He's got to wait underneath it. 2 to beat Andrew Jarman. Couldn't take the mark. Buckley was here, and it rolls that one. But gee, Modra, has he got a big leap?
Well, he hung, didn't he? However, play goes on from the throw. McGuinness tries to stop the pack. Can't do so. McGuan down there. Buckley also with Lasciuto. Buckley towards the boundary line. Keeps it in play, and round his body he goes with a high kick back towards the half back line. Wren was in amongst a big pack of players. Hassler's there also with lip tack, and it's over the line.
See, McDermott and McGuinness doing well, Ross.
Yes, they're key players, and Johnny Hassler's got a big job on McGuinness.
Ingerson to McDermott and McGuinness there are the 2 you just mentioned, Pete. Into half forward, but no one at home. And the mark taken by Shane Watson. Off he goes to Graham Wright. Another one, and the Pies are away. Mickey McGuan bounces his way from half back. Jarman keeps chasing. He's closing the gap. McGuan's still going. And he's done it again. What is wrong with your foot, Mickey McGuan? 3 times he's tried. 3 times he's failed. This time he goes onto the left foot. And listen to the cheers.
Well, there's a terrific chase by Andrew Jarman to make sure the pressure's on McGuan. And from my viewpoint here, Sandy McGuan, every time he's gone to kick, he's had his eyes up and not watching the ball onto the boot, and that's why he's miscued. And he elected left foot that time, and it's come off.
Well, you'd have to say they're 3 of the worst kicks in the history of the AFL.
I don't think Mick would like
I
to
reckon,
say that.
Well, 2 of them are actually
I reckon
kicks.
one went 12 inches, one went 18, the other went 24.
They've been watching John Dorotage.
However, his left footer was effective.
Rose, a bit concussed, is he? James, I beg your pardon, James. That's why Brown's taking the kick.
Oh, he hit his head.
Yep.
So it's going to be Gavin Brown, the skipper. This for Collingwood's first. Badly in need of one. The black and white army goes up.
Important thing for the Pies' point of view there, as we just see this again, is the fact that Adelaide have had more of the football and have looked more dangerous, but Collingwood just got that goal a little easier. Mickey McGuan here, the good chase there by Jarman. That's the sort of pressure you need, and then Mick just tried to trick Hart there. He gets it back in an effective left foot.
So back in the centre, 8 points the margin in favour of Adelaide, and a free kick at the centre bounce. Now, this is big Sean Wren. Big task for him today. Out in Wigney direction. Wigney underneath it. Taken by Shane Watson. Onto the left foot. Was that touched? It was by Buckley. So it'll be a throw in at half forward for Adelaide.
Prasiska's now on Modra. Houlihan's picking up Ingerson.
So at half forward, Houlihan actually won that. Hassel to Kerrison. Shane Kerrison to centre wing. They race back after it. The Crows players belt it back towards the line, but Bradley Rowe doing the roving. Brings it to the half-forward line. Wren should mark this. Oh, and he does. A good mark by the big man. A further afield to Josh Mayle. Oh, that's a poor kick. Shuffled out by McDermott. And Rashudo wide and not being able to trap it out there for Adelaide. Gets a poor bounce with Rodney Maynard.
Under 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Been pretty even. Crows going with a slight breeze. And loud cheers as Mickey McGuan gets onto one. Down to the half-forward line. But again, it's going to be the Crows out of trouble. Pittman with a high kick back towards half-forward. Houlihan running with the flight of the ball. He's going to get it away to Graham Wright. He's got a bit of room. Whitney's closing him. And he gets the kick. Looking for Monkhorst. Well done by Wren to affect the spoil. Hart does well to push it to Rouvray. Back to Wren. He runs into trouble. Williams does it beautifully. Short passes to Wright. He's on centre wing. Needs something going up forward for him. Anderson and Plain having a nice old how do you do. Wellman in trouble. A cry of ball.
Yes, he went to get out of trouble and ran himself right into it, Sandy. Just a learning process for a young fellow like Wellman. You've got to do your instinctive thing first up.
So Bradley Plain just inside 50.
See, James is on his own.
Yeah. Now he drops back. Plain wants something. It's a proppy kick. McGuinness is able to come over the top of Hassel. Hassel still going. Bend that one back. One behind.
Well done, John Hassel. It was a poor kick to him initially, but he really made something out of nothing there.
7 points the margin. Hassel trying to go with McGuinness. Now Wellman, it's a better kick. Oh, dangerous hand pass by Pittman. It comes off because Anderson was there. Now Wellman, that's better, has a bounce. Now he should, well, he goes for the hand pass. I would have been kicking it from there out of the danger zone. But, well, the modern game is that run-on game and trying to keep possession.
Yeah, Rouvray just losing his footing there, Pete.
There's Butcher, Ken Butcher. Now the ball is almost on centre wing. Been a good, tight, hard first term. Jamison wins it with the left hand. The Crows trying to crash through. Now how will the umpires see this? He'll bounce it.
Seven points the margin. Wren and Monkhorst again. Butcher waiting down. Mayle is there. Brown, look at him. Working at the bottom. He gets it off towards Williams. Butcher again. In trouble. Surrounded by a couple. Anderson supplies the pressure, but he gets it off. Plain. Leaves someone running. Here's Buckley. Outside 50 and in trouble. Taken high, but he gets the hand pass clear. Goes in towards the middle. Rashudo gets a shocking bounce. Butcher has it. Buckley called for it, but Butcher kicks towards goal. It's high, inside 50, and a strong, courageous mark taken by Mickey McGuan. Which will he use, the left or the right boot? He will hand pass to Williams. It's the safe way out, and he goes for goal and gets it for the Pies. First goal to Paul Williams, his 90th for the season.
There was a poor handball from Bradley Plain to Buckley. He just put it behind him, so he had to stop and almost go backwards again, and then he fell over, lost position. They got away with it, and Mickey McGuan here obviously not too keen to kick. Handball to Williams, who finished off for him.
The Crows by 1 point. Their goals kicked by Modra and Ingerson. Collingwood by Brown and Williams. We're in the centre of the ground. Thumped down to Hart. That was from Chris McDermott. Wren. Oh, they want a handball. Why don't they kick the damn thing, Adelaide?
Free kick.
2 or 3
You're
times,
right.
and now it's a free kick.
Jarman should have just gone back quickly.
Instead of getting it and kicking down, they've got a champion full forward. They should be getting it down to him. Oh, smothered off the boot. Now, Brown. The slight fumble was by Rouvray, but here's Hart, bringing it down in the Modra direction. Wigney waits back. Modra Oh, Whitney's got to get out of Modra's way, in my opinion. And the kick out was from Watson. Further afield to Kerrison. The Magpie is off and running, and this is John Hassel.
Hassel has a bit of time. Goes towards half forward. He wants a Rocker. With him is Pittman. Rocker had front spot. Waiting down in front was Powell. Kick is only short. Jarman and Rashudo are both there to lend support. Mark Rashudo gets it away to McDermott. He's had a sensational first quarter, Chris McDermott. Up towards right half forward. No one there, however. And Shane Watson has all the time in the world. Gives it off to Krasiska. And Krasiska pumps the Pies out of stripe. Back towards centre wing. Courageous attempt. No mark, however, as Rashudo keeps it in play. Straight to McCartney, though. They've lost it. And now the opportunity is with the Pies. Up towards Saverio.
And sending top marks there to Johnny Hassel on the wing there, as you said. Courageous effort. Just puts them down on the minds of the Crows players.
Crows making a change. Wigney's coming from the ground.
Chalmers to come on.
Well, I did say they had to get him out of the way. I didn't mean off the ground.
Oh, when you speak, they listen. So Brad Rowe is going to be the player who's going to have a shot. Tight angle. 35 out. This to give the Pies the lead. He's done it, I think. Fine kick. Fine kick.
Yes, it was. And Rowe started on the bench, but he came on to replace Richardson, who in fact had been on just for a short term to replace Kelly, but restructured by Matthews. Saw Rowe come onto the forward line. James go down to the back area. And that's where his value is, Brad Rowe, kicking goals up forward there. Opportunist.
Magpies by 5 points.
Knock him over!
So Brett Chalmers now doing the ruck work. Here's Jarman, quick hands. McDermott, well played. Here's Jamison. Down towards Wren. Wren, oh, good use of the body by Sean Wren. He just lent into Stephen Ryan. That's an interesting move to put Wren down the pocket.
Well, good idea because he needed a bit of a rest. He's worked very hard, had a tough job last week against the Taurians. Good use of the body there, just taller than James. Now Ryan.
Now, Sean Wren from 45 metres, directly in front. Oh, has he hooked it? I think he just missed this. Yes, he tried to con the goal. He signalled 2 fingers, Sean himself, but not a good kick.
Stephen Ryan's going to try and not body those big fellas. He's going to try and jump over the top and break their arms or punch the ball away.
Stephen Ryan hoping for a big day too. He's playing his 50th league game. As Krasiska goes short to Kerrison. The dying seconds of this first quarter. Kerrison from full-back. Sees them well out of the danger zone. And it's quarter time. Fascinating first term here at Victoria Park. Collingwood lead by 4 points. They are 3-2-20. Adelaide at 2-4-16.
Second quarter.
Thank you, boys. And here we go into the second quarter here at Victoria Park. Collingwood leads by 4 points. Crows getting the early start in the first quarter, but unable to go on with it. Chalmers doing the ruck work, but straight to Buckley. Buckley's kick for the Pies, up towards half forward.
Oh, goodness me.
Bit of a soft free kick.
Well, they've missed so many others. How could you pay that one?
Oh, that's dreadful.
It's gone to Rowe. With an extraordinary decision towards half forward. Is that going to be one? And again, the belting of the book by P. McKenna.
Oh, well, they've got to be fair dinkum, these umpires. And, I mean, that was a soft free kick before.
Yes, it's Powell here, just over the shoulder. The previous one, certainly, Pete, given the ones they've missed in that first quarter, should have been let go.
Brent James to have a shot 20 metres out. 45-degree angle. As Neil Curley said just a few moments ago, Crows have got to be careful. Pies could run away with him this term as James gets his first.
Yes, and James playing against his old state, of course, coming across from Norwood. He's been handy since debuting with Collingwood this year. Johnny Hassel has still got the job on McGuinness, but a softish free kick here against Maynard should have been play on, and of course a goal result from that. The free kick coming down the ground against Powell.
So back in the centre, handy one to the Magpies to start the second term. Monkhorst, here's Buckley, McGuinness. McGuinness and McDermott first term were tremendous for the Crows. But they botched it up forward. There's Rashudo and Mail. There he is again, McDermott. Further afield, a good kick by Rouvray on the left foot. He tried to screw it back towards half forward. Here's Graham Wright, the speedster. Lip tack. Oh, he was tripped. And over the line it goes at half forward.
Points that too, but at quarter time it was 6 centre breaks to 0 in favour of the Crows. They get their first one, the Crows. You see a free kick there, do you think?
So he was tripped. Oh no, maybe not. We'll throw in at half forward. Now, Tony McGuinness really looks good. Onto that left foot, brings it back towards full forward. Modra waits at the back. Red! Oh, what a good marker, one-hander. And he's in a headlock. He'll be too tall for Stephen Ryan. Collingwood might have to do something about that.
Yes, their options are limited though with Kelly off the ground, Pete. He'd be keen to make amends to Wren for that miss just late in that first quarter.
So Sean Wren, they really need this, Adelaide. Probably looked the better side in the first term. 45-degree angle, kicking to the members' end. Oh, that's an ordinary kick. A little bit to the right. And another miss. He's not happy with himself.
Yes, good strong mark. Again, I mentioned that first quarter that Stephen Ryan can't afford to body. He's going to try and get away from it and jump over the top and punch.
Gavin Krosiska bring it back into play. 9 points is the margin, favouring the Pies. Rashido at the back. Chalmers with a mighty belt down towards McDermott. If he's got a path here, he could be in business. No, he decides to give it away. Chip by Rouvray is high, and it's away to the left and another behind.
Good shepherd too by Tony McGuinness to keep Hassel out of the way to allow McDermott to come through with a free run at the footy.
Those two have had a tremendous start to this game, McDermott and McGuinness, particularly the skipper.
13 possessions, 6 and 7, Chris McDermott.
Krosiska again. He wants Monkhorst. Chalmers is the spoiler from behind. Gavin Brown gets it down to McGuan, who gets a kick up towards McCartney on the centre wing. With him is Williams. Neither able to take it. Jarman intercepts for the Adelaide Crows. Bottles it up on the wing, and we'll find ourselves with a bounce. Crows currently in 9th spot on the ladder. Pies are 5th. A very important game for both. Hassel over the top to Plain. Gone! McGuinness a fine tackle.
Throw Sandy from Plain.
Yep. Fine tackle by Tony McGuinness. Well, he can go to the outer side. Hart's got hectares. Literally hectares. Couple of bounces and he's still running. Now goes up towards half forward. There he is again. Sean Wren.
Greg Anderson providing a lead for him off half back. Plain not chasing him.
He's got to get that ball down quickly to Modra was one out. Maybe he thinks he can kick the goal from there.
He's going to have a shot, isn't he?
I think he looks like he's going to.
Well, he's making Ryan's 50th league game a nightmare at the moment. He's kicking from 55 metres. Oh, and he's wobbled that up towards full forward. How will it bounce? Over the line from behind.
Well, I personally think he should have got back as soon as he took the mark and got it down to Modra, who is one out in the goal square. You've got a champion full forward, you use him. Here's McGuan at half back. He just waits there to give it to Gavin Krosiska. Oh, nice kick by Krosiska. Gavin Brown, very strong overhead. In front of the adoring Collingwood masses. Brings it to Mickey McGuan. Now he wants to give a hand pass. Now he elects to go. Oh, another shocking kick by McGuan, but it lacks a fortune as it comes to Monkhorst on the Brown. Brown on the left foot. Ben Hart at the back had his name written all over that. And Hart. Now he can transfer play to Chris McDermott here. Oh, Hassel gets into the hole, but McDermott's good enough to go and get it. Gets in a hand pass. Ball, they call the Collingwood supporters. Mail gets it to McDermott. Another possession. An ordinary kick, Chris McDermott. Jarman too slow on Watson. Watson around the corner to Buckley, and Buckley lets it roll over the line. Collingwood
falling down across half forward, but McCartney can't get in the game. He's been well held by Jamison. That's why they're going across the ground at times, trying to wait for a lead. But Adelaide are boxing up across half back there.
Houlihan with a decent old belt from the back of the pack down towards Kerrison. Some heavy work on McGuinness from Brown. Ball is still in play for the moment.
Gavin Brown trying to lighten the load for Johnny Hassel. Trying to just give McDermott a bit of a hurry up. McGuinness, I should say.
7 points the margin. Hart a chance for the Crows. Off to McDermott. Back towards Anderson. The left footer may have a shot from 60 metres out. It's long and low in towards full forward. Too much height again. Sean Wren.
They've got to move Ryan. They just cannot leave him there on Wren. Wren will murder him.
Yes, the option there, of course, with McCartney being quiet at centre half forward. He's a back when they push him up there.
Sean Wren to make the margin a point. And I think he's just snuck this one home. He has. The Wren gets his first, but more importantly, the Crows close the gap, and it's now just 1 point in favour of the Pies.
Yes, and Bradley Plain has to watch that run from his opponent in Greg Anderson off half back, creating something, just getting away. And that's the direct sort of kicking that you need at this ground. Straight to the big fellows in that forward area. Good mark by Wren.
Well, it's 10 shots Adelaide have had to 6, but Collingwood lead by a point. But Adelaide have, well, I think they've looked the better side so far. This has been a good move by Graham Corns. Chalmers into the ruck and Wren down to the pocket. Here's Buckley. Oh, Chalmers, a bad hand pass. The Adelaide players were covered. There's Mickey McGuire, a quick kick. And Rowe marks. Bradley Rowe marks at half forward. Now Rocker is on Pittman. He brings it up to the pocket. There's a man on his own down there at half forward, and it's Jason McCartney ducking back to take the mark 40 metres from goal directly in front.
Yes, and Brett Chalmers down the middle of the ground just making the mistake of again looking for a handball when he should have kicked the ball quickly and get it forward out of the danger area.
Dead right, Ross.
Thanks, Pete.
Well, you've got a champion full forward down there. You use the guy. Get it to him quickly. Jason McCartney from directly in front. Stabs it low. That's a good kick, a goal. So the Magpies hit back and now lead by 7 points.
Yes, well, they're keeping themselves in this game, Collingwood, just flashes of football. They're not consistent at all, but when they do go forward with some purpose, they get a result. It's the first time McCartney's been able to get away from Jamison.
Seven points again the margin. Chalmers up against Monkhorst in the middle. Try of Monkey, let's go again. Rashudo couldn't take it, neither could McDermott on this occasion because Gavin Brown is at the bottom holding it up. McCartney's in there this time with Chalmers. McCartney got front spot. McDermott to Chalmers. Again, couldn't get rid of it. Kerrison, slung as he got the kick. No mark taken by Liptak, working hard. Gets it off towards McGuinness. Wide into Anderson, who's now on centre wing. He can go over the top to Rouvray. The Crows are away. Rouvray with a left foot low drop punt to Modra. Tight angle.
It's on the few parts of the ground too, Sandy, with some Crow supporters.
Yes, there's a little pocket.
Yep, in that pocket.
In that pocket. The drop punt into the square. A big pack of players.
Done.
Back, gone. Rodney Maynard. So Maynard gets his first, and the Crows again answer the challenge.
Yes, and that's the value of Rodney Maynard, apart from the fact that the Crows worked that out of the centre pretty well. He's such a versatile player and committed, athletic, can jump, good skills, well played.
The Magpies by a point as they go forward to the half-forward line. Here's Greg Anderson swinging onto his left hand. Gives it out wide. Paul Rouvray has done some nice things. An ordinary looking kick. It's towards Maynard. Tunnel balls him. And here's Hassel, who's got the big job on Tony McGuinness. Hassel to Butcher, and Butcher taps it over the line. So it's on centre wing. Collingwood not able to get the running game going at the moment, Ross.
Through the midfield and off half back there, struggling a bit. Butcher's got to tighten up on Rouvray. Rashudo's doing a good job on Buckley.
Jamison will come from the back here to try and do the ruck work. He won the hit out. Hassel is there. Hart goes in after, and the umpire will bounce.
Gavin Brown again at the bottom of the pack. So a bounce on the centre wing, outer side of the ground, in front of the rush stand. McCartney edged out of it. McDermott again. Captain in the engine room. This time a straight to Watson on half-back. Thought about McGuan, but thinks even shorter to Houlihan. He will find McGuan. Mick, you might have to take a kick here. Away he goes. Onto the left foot. The ironical cheers again. Oh, they can be harsh, can't they? Brown and Hart, two champions of the game. Brown sweeps the hand pass wide for Buckley. Keeps it in play, then goes with the left foot. High kick, a centering kick. Difficult one to mark, but he does it beautifully, the little fella. Kicked one goal already. And Brad Rowe is going to find himself with a shot just 40 metres out.
There's some teammates of Gavin Brown just coming up to congratulate him. It was his second effort there in recovery from the punch from Hart that got him the footy. And then Rowe just getting in front as a forward should be. Just the ball dropping shorter than Liptak thought. Couldn't get a fist of the ball to punch it away.
So Rowe for his second. This again to make the margin 7 points. So away to the right. One behind. The margin is 2 points. Still haven't seen former skipper Tony Shaw. And with this very good crowd enjoying a very tight contest here at Victoria Park.
It's really built up this crowd. There's Pittman, who's got the job on Rocker. Now, Rodney Jamieson rings it up the centre of the ground. Good mark. Oh! Not paid. Hassel. And now a free kick to Monkhorst at half forward. Well, like a mark to Anderson. Now Monkhorst looking for Rocker. Pittman at the back, discipline. Oh, Rashudo a fumble. Nathan Buckley around the corner to the square, but Josh Mayle goes back and takes a timely mark.
Mayle wants his captain. Finds him in the pocket, off to McGuinness. Kick is to half-back, could be dangerous if McGuan can get there in time. No, McDermott, like the Rock of Gibraltar. He and McGuinness are like twins. They've got this uncanny ability of each other's knowledge.
Good kick by McGuinness.
Rouvray to half-forward. Man he wanted was Wren, but the kick wasn't good. Wren's still going. He's caught this time and he's lost it.
Bad play, Jarman.
So Graham Wright to take it on half-back. Heads towards the wing. Big job for McCartney. Comes over the top and it goes over the line. Collingwood unable to break away. They lead by just 2 points. As the Crows look for their first win at this ground. Hart goes long. Monkhorst at the back. Big man steadies things down. Krosiska he finds along the half-back line. Wider to Watson. Collingwood out of trouble. Towards Williams. Couldn't pick it up on the half volley. Mayle is there in opposition. They pounce upon it. And a bounce will take place with under 10 minutes remaining, Pete, in this first half.
Yes, a good game of football. A lot of mistakes made, but it's still a good, tight, hard game. The Magpies hanging on by 2 points. Brown all bundled over the line, and good umpiring to call for a throw-in. Kerrison was there, and Gavin Brown comes to congratulate him for his efforts. McCartney and Jamieson. Oh, he did that well. Led into his opponent. Then a hand pass on towards Jarman. Jarman a further hand pass. This is Ben Hart. Waits for the bounce. Now he gives it to Rashudo. Here's a chance for Adelaide. He's bringing it in towards the forward pocket. Modra. No mark. It clears his head. And over the line it goes. They're wasting opportunities up forward. I'd be crying if I was McGuinness and McDermott, the amount of work they're doing.
You cry easily, though. Modra, they were a bit Modra conscious, so they should have gone long to the square there. In fact, Rashudo could almost have scored a goal.
Monkhorst takes it over the back to Houlihan. McGuan gives it away. They'll get out of trouble. Ryan's hand pass back to Houlihan. Time to steady and kick to half forward. Beautifully picked up by Rowan. The half volleys. Looking down towards Rocker territory. Seb doesn't let him down.
I don't think there'll be any doubt about the distance. He is a huge kick.
He's kicked 29 for the season. And going for his first for the day. Going to be kicking from 54 metres. It's a beautiful kick. Made that look so easy, Pete.
Great kick.
A great effort by Brad Rowe to pick up that ball in the half volley and then do something with the footy, having made such a great effort to get it in the first place, to pass to Rocker, who took a good mark. He did what a good full forward should do and converted.
The Magpies by 8 points. Severio Rocker has kicked his first. Chalmers and Moncourse. Chalmers won it. Down to Jarman. Tony McGuinness has been excellent. A hand pass, but it was to no one in particular. Kerrison. He went without it, but he gets in a hand pass to Butcher. The Magpies off and running. John Hassel to the half-forward line. Liptak, a good interception, but he couldn't mark it. And I think he'll end up with a free kick here. He was interfered with.
It's going against him actually
it's got to go to Liptak.
To Liptak for just being held early by Brad Rowe.
Liptak to the half-forward line. Maynard, that could have been the back. No, over the back is Monkhorst, and he taps it over the line on centre wing.
Centre break showing Adelaide showing the way, 8-4. But it's Collingwood leading on the scoreboard. Dermott again. Away they start. Jarman stabs a little worm burner in towards half-forward. Dropped by Ingerson. Didn't hold it long enough. McGuan going in to tidy up. Almost taken high. He loses it. Modra. Great smother by Graham Wright. McDermott again. Off to Ingerson. Little chip kick towards Wren. Big man can't take it. Ryan is there and it's socket over the line. Into the post for one behind.
Again, Johnny Hassel featuring there, just putting enough pressure on. Wren thought he took a good set for mark there.
As you saw Wiedemann about to come onto the ground. Ryan ran his full distance and kicked it straight to Ingerson. Centering kick. May come unstuck here. Collingwood again having the numbers. McGuan to Buckley. Buckley will get them out of trouble. Over the centre he goes. Towards half-forward, towards Rucker. Similar distance out, maybe a couple of metres further, but he's going to pump it long and head for home. But that's a shocker into the man on the mark. Plain may get another chance. No, he doesn't, because storming through for Adelaide and doing it well is Rodney Jamieson off to McDermott. McGuinness wide, finds Maynard. The Crows really have to improve up forward. They've been pretty ordinary up there. Here's Chris McDermott, who's been outstanding. On the Rouvray, that's a better kick. Modra! Couldn't take the mark. Here's Wiedemann straight on the ground. Off the side of the boot. Towards the pocket. Here's Big Sean Wren. He's got two to beat. And the two win out. Graham Wright. And they've really got to improve up forward if they're to win this game. Adelaide as coming around the boundary line for the Magpies is Shane Watson. The long kick to the half-forward line, and a good mark. Is it Rowe? Yes, it is. It's Bradley Rowe way out at half-forward. The Magpies might make Adelaide pay here. Now towards Rocker. Pittman underneath it. James goes to the line. Still in play. Back it comes to Hassel. Hassel from the boundary line has put it right over the hard yakka sign and out on the full. Under 6 minutes remaining.
Well, it must have been touched off the boot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a throw in the right forward pocket for Collingwood.
Yeah, would have come off Powell. I would think he ran at Hassel as he kicked.
Pittman and Rocker both there. Can anyone get a shot at goal? Liptak comes through for the Crows and does it well. McDermott's knocked up getting touches. Towards centre wing. The man he was after was Rodney Maynard, but it's not to be. Watson has it. Plain screaming for him. Comes down to half forward. Buckley is there also. but it's pushed over the line, almost to the 50-metre line for Collingwood.
David Brown, the player to come off for Wiedemann to come on.
McCartney gets front spot. Rowe waiting down, gives it to Butcher. He pumps it towards Rocker. What sort of bounce? Not good. Mail at the back. Can he conjure up something here? On the boundary line, Josh Mail. And he was flung over the line with the ball. So a throw-in will take place in the right forward pocket. James. Not to be confused with his opposing number 8. There's the throw-in. McCartney is the flyer. And James again. The bottom of the pack. Having only his 7th game. Looking for a big future in AFL football.
So the bounce about 30 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Nothing in this game. Very evenly contested match. Here's Brad Rowe. Oh, he's caught. Gets in a hand pass. Prosciutto playing on Buckley. Buckley caught. Gets in a hand pass. Mickey Maguire. Graham Wright. Oh, here's danger for Adelaide as Wright brings it in toward Rocker. Yo, what a great mark. Severio Rocker. A brilliant mark.
Certainly played that one, Pete. Similar to the one in the first quarter, but certainly controlled that and was dragged to ground anyway afterwards. One hand, free kick, or mark, whatever you like.
Well, Collingwood, when they go forward, look more dangerous than Adelaide. Adelaide muck around with it too much. Liptak coming off the ground. As Severio Rocker kicks for his second. Oh, he's hooked it. Oh, don't tell me he's missed this. Oh, a game of mistakes this. A bad miss. So,
terrific mark too, and just wasted that effort with that poor kick. Wellman's the player on to replace Liptak.
Rodney Jamieson, he was looking for a short one. That's better. Kick it out of the danger zone. Almost a mark out there. Not taken now. A holding decision. And it looks like Rouvray way out. There it is. Paul Rouvray.
Yes, against Butcher for holding in that contest.
He's got a bit too much height.
He has.
Out there on that wing.
Yep, he's adjusted that position pretty well in the last couple of games, Pete.
Rouvray towards the centre wing. Big pack of players once again. Hassel waiting down in front. He's got the speed to whip away. Kicks towards half forward. Again, Rouvray is there. Anderson takes the hand pass. Gets it away to his teammate in Josh Mayer. Loses it. Almost thrown out. In fact, it was, said the umpire. Mickey McGuan was looking for his teammate in Brett James going past. Didn't have time and threw it out. McDermott will take it from Anderson. Ooh, he's just about off and he's caught from behind. Socket off the ground, down towards half forward, but only as far as Powell, who chops it off for the Crows. He gives it across to Rodney Jamieson. In towards the centre they go, from Wren to Anderson. The Crows go forward, long and low, and the mark taken at centre half forward. Well played on. Wiedemann's going to get a shot. He takes the hand pass from Maynard, and he's lost it to McGuinness. Can Tony McGuinness make amends? High kick, good-looking kick by McGuinness. 1 goal. So Tony McGuinness gets his first. And again, the Crows stay in touch.
And Wayne Williams just got to realise when he gets the ball, he's going to do the instinctive thing first up, kick from here. He can't run around and do the silly things in that area. Lucky to get away with that handball too. It was almost a throw.
Collingwood by 2 points after the goal to Tony McGuinness. The Crows hanging in there. And if they could get that forward line working reasonably well, I think they'd be 3 or 4 goals in front. But they're getting plenty of the ball midfield. McDermott, McGuinness are killing them. Chalmers is doing all right in the hit-outs. Now Wren's gone back there. Monkhorst. Anderson. Tony McGuinness again. Now, the umpire's bringing that back because it was a free kick to Anderson for a high tackle. So, Greg Anderson, who's starting to come into the game.
Ten possessions for Anderson. Well, that's verging on pedantic. the foot is going to go that way anyway. Into half forward. Who's waiting down? Rouvray was. He could have given away a free kick. Pie fans can't believe it. Wiedemann could have been held by Kerrison. Play goes on to Jarman. Short. And this time Modra takes, not Modra, but the mark is taken by Wigney down in that forward pocket zone. Spent time on the bench, Wigney. And back again. Just got one round the ears for his trouble.
Well, I do think the ball should have got down there in the first place, Sandy. It should have been a free kick to Butcher around half forward.
So Wigney kicked the bag last week. 5.
Well, he's normally a very good kick, Stuart Wigney.
Let's see what he can do. This for the lead for the Crows. And he's put through one behind. Deathly silence. And the Crows score here, so you have to really wait. And it's only 1 point in it now, however, with just on a minute remaining, Pete, in this first half.
Well, that's probably a reflection of the game too. A very even contest this as the kick in comes to Buckley. Nathan Buckley in the back pocket. We've got just over a minute. Well, now under the minute to go. So a goal before half-time would be very handy to either side. Houlihan couldn't mark it. Here's Rouvray on to Ben Hart. Now he sets it up for his forwards. Where's Modra at the back? Modra! Oh, he went, but he couldn't grab it. Oh, I thought that was going to be one of his speckies.
He can jump a bit, can't he?
Oh, well, in the perfect position he was. You have a look at the position. Look, here he comes. Went early and misjudged it.
Still time. A snap in towards goal. No mark taken. He's going to go again. What can he do? One behind. One behind for Tony Modra.
1-3, Sandy.
Thank you, Roscoe. 45-18 for the year for Tony Modra as another Tony. Tony Shaw watches Gavin Krasiska bring it back into play short to Kerris. Inside the last 30 seconds. Crows have had their chances. Monkhorst is his target, but Wren is in front. And with a vice-like grip on that ball, he will send them into attack again. Over the top of Jarman to Hart. The defender will pass in towards half forward. It's not a good pass. Butcher will tidy up. Butcher will get Collingwood out of trouble. Towards Williams on centre wing. What's his strength and control like? It's beautiful so far. Beautifully done, Williams. Maybe Collingwood could score, but no. Time is against them as the siren has sounded. A fascinating first half. A lot of mistakes, a lot of pressure. And really, the scoreboard tells it all. Absolutely nothing in it. Here at Victoria Park, 6-4 plays 5-10.
And Collingwood are not playing well at this stage.
Here we go. Tony Shaw is on and he's got the job on McDermott. And it's interesting because that is what Peter McKenna predicted at half-time. So from the middle, who can get it out? Jarman tried but couldn't. And a bounce will take place. Buckley at the bottom. And you're spot on, Pete.
Yes, they had to do that because Chris McDermott was just dominating the whole game. Game
number 301 for Tony Shaw. And possibly his last at this ground. So he'll like to go out at Victoria Park in a blaze of glory.
So another bounce. A vital third term. Honours even in the first half. So try and get it out rugby style there. And big Sean Wren couldn't get his boot to it. There's little Tony Shaw getting into the bottom of the pack. The umpire will bounce it again.
Wren's hurt himself. And Butcher's gone to half forward to pick up Anderson, who's so dominant across half back in that first half.
So the bounce again, or Wren's hobbling. He still won the hit out. Sock it off the ground. Here's Hassel. Hand pass back towards the boundary line. McCartney's been very quiet. It's a hand pass out in front. Sock it off the ground. It's a real rugby style game. Matthew Powell is on the ground for the Crows as Graham Wright goes to half forward. Oh, it's thumped away. It's a loose ball. Rouvray's been a good player. On to Jarman. Oh, Jarman's got to learn to kick the ball. He's getting himself into trouble. But the Crows get away with it. Here's Greg Anderson. A long sweeping kick. Modra. Oh, was that a free kick? No. Here's Wigney. He's got it. caught, gets in a hand pass. Rodney Maynard on the Modra. Modra sprints into an open goal. He stabs it low and Tony Modra's kicked the goal. Modra has kicked his second. A good start to Adelaide. They worked hard for that one.
Yes, and Wigney did the right thing there, Pete. He got in front and he worked himself around and gave the ball off quickly. Give his teammates a chance. It was McDermott's kick out of that scrimmage through the centre of the ground that gave them a bit of a run. There's that effort by Wigney. Well done. And Maynard, who's been very handy today.
Crows by 6 points. Monkhorst and Wren, who looked to suffer a leg injury, but appears to be jumping okay. McGuinness tries to get it out of the middle, off to Jarman, who gave it straight to the opposition on that occasion. Down to half forward, Butcher tries a deft little flick to accommodate Williams. His kick is high, it's wide, it might just stay in towards the 50-metre line. It does, and there's been a free kick being picked up. It's going to go the way of Collingwood, and it's going to be taken by Butcher.
Yes, Josh Mail just got him out of the contest.
Steps short and finds McCartney.
Mickey McGuan's coming off, Alan Richardson coming on.
Just inside 50, McCartney. So it's unusual to see Mick McGuan taken from the ground. Whether there's a problem, we shall know shortly. Jason McCartney booted one in the second quarter. He's kicking from 45 metres. Starts it right, it's coming back. They answer the challenge. McCartney gets his second. And again, scores are locked up.
And that's a very good kick from McCartney. He knows his ground. The advantage there, but as we said in that second quarter, that Collingwood just kept themselves in this game in just patches of football. They've been able to reply on most occasions that Adelaide have scored, and they've done it again.
Scores a level. Jason McCartney has kicked two as Andrew Jarman gets it down towards Modra. Tony Modra back to Wiedemann. He's on his left foot. He tries to hook it back. Here's a chance for Wigney. Wigney, the bounce will favour him. Ryan's with him, the former Richmond player. Taking it to the line, Stephen Ryan, and he helps it on its way over the line about 15 metres around from the Crows' goal. Mickey McGuan has been taken off the ground and he is not injured, we hear. It's not too often that he's replaced. As we see Ingerson versus Houlihan. Socked off the ground, and it's helped on its way by Gavin Krasiska. A point to the Crows. It was Johnny Hassel socking it off the ground, and the Crows lead by that point.
Krasiska's kick is short. They're not out of trouble yet, but Richardson may get them out of it. Off to Buckley, who goes along, but there's no one there on centre wing, and he kicks to Mark Rashudo. Been his opponent in the first half. To half forward, Ingerson unable to take it. Rouvray at the back, he's got to get through some pretty heavy traffic. Rouvray does well. A high kick towards Wigney and Modra. The latter was the high flyer. Wigney goes in to use the body against Krasiska, and it is he for Collingwood who sees it over the line. Crows lead by a point. Looking for their first win at this ground in 4 years. Watson's kick goes to the outer side, but only as far as Hart. In towards half forward once again. Collingwood has the numbers at the back. Krasiska and Wright. The latter wobbles one towards centre wing. Mail got a shocking bounce. Jarman goes in against Butcher. Anderson is there also for the Crows. He's under pressure from Williams. Still on centre wing. Jarman tries to shovel it out, then pulls it back in under his body. And the umpire says, we'll have a bounce, boys. On centre wing.
Wren and Monkhorst. Wren won that Jarman. Oh, he kicks it. That's better play. Wiedemann, good use of the body. Good play, Wiedemann. Also good play by Hassel to get it to Watson. The race is on. Rashudo has got the wide open spaces. Tony Shaw's after him. He tells Buckley to chase. Rashudo, no wonder. Here's Rashudo. Shipping it back. Jarman, now what will he do with it? He's going to bob it in long. That's better football because Modra is there. Can't grab it. Maynard, it hits the deck. Still Maynard. He hasn't got any backup support. He goes to ground. Here's Wigney. Good pick up by Wigney. He's brought the ground. Good umpiring to call play on. That's the way to do it. We see Wiedemann gives it back to Hart. Hart chips it to Jarman. Jarman can't mark. They should be kicking it long. Now Jarman on the left foot. That is a better kick. Modra! Can't mark. And one behind. Well, he's doing plenty of leaping, but he's not hanging on to them.
I think the last time you got up that high in your call was when you were singing.
Oh. Well, he is exciting, isn't he?
Yep. Quite right. 2 points now the margin. Rosiska to the outer side. Monkhorst's his target once again. Brown waits down in front. It passes him to Jarman. He twists beautifully out of trouble, but his hand pass doesn't quite find its mark. Hustle and Richardson under all sorts of pressure, and eventually the umpire will pull it up.
Gee, that was a brilliant pick-up by Jarman, wasn't it? One grab and...
developed into a very desperate contest. With the bounce, Monkhorst unable to take it. It's kicked high in towards goal. It's a floater. Grosiska, Modra, and pushed through for another behind. Three points favouring Adelaide. They've kicked 6-13. As again, Grosiska persists with a short game off to Richardson. Wider to Watson, and now Buckley. That's the pattern. To centre wing, Houlihan. Just floats across Rashudo. Now Hassel. Rowe, forward of centre. Looking to send the Pies forward. A kick towards the 50-metre line. It's a cruel bounce for all concerned. But charging out and doing it pretty well was Powell. Got the hand pass away. Mail was there. Powell again ripped off the football. Out comes the hand pass, and this time they'll get out of trouble. Kick by Jamieson. High towards the half-forward line. Jarman hasn't got the height to go with Monkhorst. And Big Monkey takes it at half-back. Off he goes to Buckley.
Nathan Buckley. Oh, beautiful kick to Tony Shaw. On to Brown. Brown a chance from 50. And the Collingwood champ goes forward and drifts it to the right and kicks it behind. Well, a good, hard contest going on now. This is anyone's game. 2 points in favour of Adelaide. They've had most of the players. You can see by the scoreboard. There's Ben Hart, who's playing very well. He's at half-back. And the umpire's calling play on. Now he's chipping it in short towards Wren. It didn't clear the line. Oh, bad hand pass by Wren. Kicked in mid-air by Hassel. Here's Anderson going after it. The bounce will favour Powell. Towards half forward. Oh, good smother. That was terrific smother. Wiedemann on to Rouvray. Rouvray dodging. Onto the right foot. He's looking for Modra. Modra went early again. He's flying around in the air. It's not good play by Modra. He should be using his body a bit more the way it's going on. Grosiska. He gets it out wide to Alan Richardson.
Make him sound like Douglas Barterfeet flying around in the air. Here's a Monkhorst on half-back. Hand pass towards Watson, put him under pressure. He did it beautifully to Nathan Buckley. And Bucks goes in towards half-forward. Rocker! Stolen, however, and Matthew Powell tidies up for the Crows. Going to the outer side. Finds his teammate in Jamieson. Off towards Wren on centre wing. Likes to get rid of it pretty smartly. McDermott off to McGuinness. The lightning pair. See it move towards Modra. Again, a little too far underneath the football. Grosiska does well. Defends stoutly. Goes for the boundary line and finds Monkhorst there. He could pop it over the top to Tony Shaw. 301 gamer finds another one, and they're out of trouble. Watson, all the time in the world. He can walk to Wagga. Instead, he takes a kick to half forward. And an attempted mark not paid. Close to the 50-metre line. And the umpire comes in for a whistle.
Yes, and again, Graham Corns has taken Wigney off the ground. Chalmers back on.
I think the time's come for Tony Modra to really lift himself here. The midfielders are dominating. He's letting him down up
but he's
there.
Getting himself caught under the ball, Pete.
That's right. And that last kick down there by McGuinness was a full forward's dream, that wasn't it, Ross?
Back with the breeze. He's getting himself too far under. And
he should have used his body, and he knows it too. He's a great player. And he knows that was a real opportunity on Grosiska. A great play by Grosiska. It wasn't that one-on-one. Now, there's Tony McGuinness going to ground. Rashudo's there also. Now the little terrier. Bradley Rowe, 60 metres out, centres it. Rocker, no mark. The ball hits the deck. The Crow, good play by Rocker. He went up and butted up. Gets it to right.
Three of them.
Right to Williams. And Paul Williams slams it through for a goal.
Belongs to Rocker, that goal.
Great play, Rocker. Williams has kicked two, but what a good effort by the full forward.
Yeah, there's no question there, Pete. And they've looked far more constructive in the early part of this third quarter. They've gone for. They've been more purposeful, a bit more direction. And just watch this effort by Rocker once more. Pittman in this effort hurt himself too.
Well, Pittman can't walk, so they brought the stretcher out for him. This is bad news for him and the Adelaide Crows.
Well, he had
knee trouble before, Pittman, if I'm right. I wonder if he's done that again. He's holding his right knee.
Yeah, Monkhorst has come out, and who's he talking to? He's certainly having plenty to say. He's left the centre square.
He's probably trying to suggest they're
I think
wasting
he's
time.
suggesting that someone should get off the ground.
Well, I think he ought to butt out myself.
And Chris McDermott, I think, has just said, will settle down.
I mean, the guy could have a serious knee injury. He ought to butt out, Damien.
Still going on. There's still plenty being said.
Yes, I think Pittman's falling awkwardly here. Right knee, you might see it. Well, Stiffy may have just jarred it.
Well, he's obviously going to take no further part because he's not towing off through the interchange. He's going straight off at the end of the ground. Bad luck for him.
Yes, and Tony Shaw just keeping himself warm there.
And Big Monkey's ready for a fly here in the middle. Now, this has all come about after a goal to Collingwood kicked by Paul Williams and some wonderful work from Severio Rocker. Oh, he's pumped up, Monkey, but he's got to stand his ground. It's not a good bounce. They may lose it out of the centre.
Yes, and Liptak was the player to come on to replace Pittman.
Another bounce in the middle, and still Tony Shaw going through his warm-up motions. He's been a great character for the game, as Tony Shaw. That's too high, and it'll be a free kick to Collingwood. Graham Wright. Off to Richardson. He's down on centre wing. He charges forward. Penetrating kick up towards Severio Rocker territory. He's got it! In fact, it's not Severio, it's young James who went with him.
Yes, he had to sit from behind, Sandy, and he got first purchase on the footy. Didn't he, Pete? You disagree? You thought it was Brad Rowe.
No, it was
good enough for a mark.
I think they all had a touch, but you'd pay it for sure.
Well, he's shown in recent weeks that he's capable of taking a big mark. And he's chasing his second goal for Collingwood, which he's got. So, 2 quick goals to the Pies. And they steady the ship and lead by 10 points.
Yes, just the 3 kicks for James, but his couple of goals have been invaluable. He's averaging a goal a game in his debut season with the Pies. There's that free kick to Brown, but it was played the advantage, and Wright played on, and they made full value of it. It was a pretty ordinary kick, really, by Richardson. It was a bit of a floater.
Handy little break of 10 points to the Magpies as Tony Shaw receives from Monkhorst to the half-forward line. Is that a mark? Yes, it is. And is Jason McCartney, the Magpies, you just get a feeling they're getting a bit of a run on here. McCartney, they haven't got Pittman down there now. They might lack a bit of height. The ball hits the deck. James is there. They pounce him on top of it. This will be a bounce. 15 metres out from the Magpies' goal. They've really lifted Collingwood. They're getting a sniff of it.
Yes, they've been forced to move Wellman back there. Pick up Rocker.
So the bounce. Rocker. Oh, well played by Rocker on the left foot. And marked in that last line of defence by Greg Anderson.
Just under 9 minutes remaining. Anderson to half-back towards Chalmers and Monkhorst. McGuinness almost taken high. McDermott, strong in defence, kicks towards centre wing. Kerrison stands his ground. And gets 50. Courtesy of Ingleson.
He was pretty committed, Ingleson. He had to go for the ball. It's pretty tough, that 50. It was high, I grant you that.
So all of a sudden, Collingwood coming with a bit of a rush. Pass is on. And the lead is a beauty from Severio Rocca.
Yeah, that's where those 50-metre penalties are pretty critical. I mean, when you've got to give one that's so far, maybe the 15 should be coming back. We've spoken about it so often, but as I say, Ingleson was committed, but the umpire's made his decision.
It couldn't have been against Ingleson, surely, in that tackle, because that was as he was marking the ball. It had to be after that, didn't it?
Well,
I don't know what it was for.
Must have been for that, Pete. Yeah, for the actual tackle.
So Rocca is going for his second from 40 metres. It's away to the right.
Hit the post, Sandy, I think.
Yeah. She's had a couple of costly misses as Alan McAllister looks on. Now, Pittman, what's the latest? Curls with him.
Yes, and it's not good. His right knee, and I don't think he'll take any further part in the game.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Let's hope that it's not too serious. Kick back into play, a big pack of players. Woolvray and Chalmers both in it, so too Monkhorst and Wiedemann. Gavin Brown again at the bottom.
Well, they have got the spare taller player too when you've got both Chalmers and Whitney interchange on the ball with Wren if they want to put a bigger fellow back.
Now here's Ben Hart that's held to him. Umpire Andrew Coates will come in and bounce. A critical time for Adelaide. The Magpies getting on top. Buckley and Rashudo pushing and shoving. I'm sure they would have met in the South Australian competition in the past. It's pretty tough in the pack there. Maynard is there, Kerrison. The umpire will bounce again.
Buckley and Rashudo still going. I think Buckley's saying happy birthday for next Wednesday because Mark Rashudo turns 19 next week.
Well, look at the pack here. There must be about 14 players around this ball. Jarman wins it. Out of the centre. This is where they're falling down. Wren has got a good play by the big fella. Now Modra's one out here. He's got to get this ball. Here he is. And that's a good mark and a beautiful kick by Wren.
Yes, and Stephen Ryan is very slow to get around and follow Wren. He's not exactly a fleet of foot player. Good kick though, Pete, as you said.
So he must kick this for as far as Adelaide are concerned. He's kicked two. He's champion full forward. He is directly in front. They need it. There's the kick. It is close. I think he might have hit the post here. So a bad miss by Tony Modra. As I said, they needed it. 10 points the margin in favour of the Magpies.
2-4, Pete. He's just kicked a bit to that left-hand side because that's where the bruise is coming from. Over his left shoulder, but didn't push it away far enough to the right for him.
Brasiska again persists with the short plan, and as usual, it finishes with Buckley. He's on half-back. Chips towards Houlihan and Monkhorst, makes it difficult for them. Tony Shaw caught one a little high. He goes straight on with the job though, finds Kerrison. Set up a handy goal just minutes ago. He gets it across to Richardson. Pumps it in towards the middle. Watson is away and Collingwood's away. Up towards the half-forward line and Rocker again takes the mark just inside 50. Well, this could be interesting. He's going short into the pocket and Hassel gets there in time.
Yes, well done, John Hassel, who's just in front of McGuinness there, and McGuinness just looked away and off. Johnny Hassel took.
And this could be costly for the Crows. It could almost be like a 2-goal turnaround with Modra missing at one end. Should he be successful here? Pretty tight angle. He's away to the right. So behind to Hassel. He's booted two of those for the afternoon.
Both from that spot, Sandy had that little banana early in that first quarter.
So Crows preparing for an interchange with Wigney warming up on the sidelines.
Now the more dangerous kick. Come off Wellman mark, but he was covered as Howe gets it to Wiedemann. Wiedemann on the left boot. Oh, another dangerous short pass. Buckley gets in a hand pass. Hart is there. Oh, good play by Jamieson. Now McGuinness receives. Tony McGuinness on the right foot, trying to bend it back to half forward, but a good mark taken by Damien Houlihan. He gives it off to Wright, and Graham Wright transfers play. There's loose men everywhere for Collingwood. Alan Richardson marks. One bounce. Brings it in towards Moncourse. It's a poor kick. Over the... Oh, Hart. That's shocking play. One-handed by Ben Hart. And that allows Kerrison to bring it into full forward. Rocker nearly took the mark. Sock it off the ground by Rowe. Now Butcher. He went without it. Anderson should go to the line.
Well played.
And that's still in play, in fact. Oh, cleverly tapped back. Butcher couldn't get his boot to it. He goes to ground. He lies over it. And that could be holding the ball. And that's how the umpire saw it. A brave decision in front of the Collingwood Social Club.
There's a Graham Corn just making a change. Wellman is coming off. Whitney to come on.
Whale goes short to Hart in the back pocket. He's got plenty of room on that outer side with Chalmers. Brett Chalmers bounces his way across half back. Kicks towards Ingerson, who marks on right half forward. Got to get it down to that forward line because Moncourse dropping back to try and cover Modra. And what's he got now? Short towards McDermott. Oh, magnificent slips catch.
Didn't pay it.
Not paid.
He did not pay it.
Well, that's unbelievable. Houlihan may make him pay.
They've got no one on Rocker too. Sandy's on his own.
James gets it across to Shaw. He's only got to get it down there. He hasn't seen him yet. Kerrison gives the hand pass away. They're still mucking around with it outside 50. The kick's a shocker. It goes towards Rowe. Maybe he can keep it in play. It's touch and go. He's caught and he's gone over the line. And Sav is wondering what on earth is going on.
Yes, Charman earlier on just ran that ball down that outer flank and just stayed down there. Didn't get back to pick up Rocker, and he's on his own for what seemed to be an eternity.
McDermott still having a go at the umpire about the mark, and you don't really blame him as you see Anderson down towards Ingerson. He's got to move this ball quicker, Ingerson. Now Modra on the lead. He's got to kick it out in front of it too high. Now Modra, is that a free? No. The umpire calls play on as they charge in after it. Whitney is there. Now watching the Collingwood defence doing well. A hand pass out wide is with Graham Wright. Wright chips it to Moncourse. Moncourse bringing it across to Houlihan. There's loose men everywhere. Collingwood through Watson. Stephen Ryan. He's going to look up here in the Rocker direction. At the back, that's a good... Oh, not paid that mark. Oh, boy. Here's Rowe. I think the umpires have been told not to pay Tiggy Touchwood marks. It's pretty obvious they're really not paying them today. Maynard. Have a look at this, Steve. There, no, just knocked out at the last.
Well, I thought he had control of it, Pete.
Gee. Anyway, play goes on. Nail down the middle. Big pack of players, but it's Rashudo at the back. Penetrating kick towards Modra, who just can't shake off Krasiska. Tries to get it out. Testing time for lip tap. He flicked it out illegally, and it's been noticed, and the advantage is paid. And away goes Graham Wright. Down to centre wing. Suddenly now it's been turned over to Collingwood. Williams goes towards Rowe in the pocket and he takes the mark. Rocker, after leading, drops back into the square. It's a tight angle. He's going to try the check side and bend it back. Brave attempt from that distance, but one behind only.
You love that check side, don't you, Sandy? The South Australian kick.
It sounds less fruity than banana.
Well, really, as it's turned out, Collingwood should be a lot further in front than the 13 points they've dominated this quarter. We've got about a minute to go till three-quarter time. The trend of the game going towards Collingwood as a lovely kick out by Jamison. Now, the Crows could really do with a goal before three-quarter. They're handballing it around here as McDermott. Oh, shocking kick by Rashudo. That is dreadful. Hand pass from Watson on the Brown, on the Rowe, and they might pay for it here, Adelaide, because Rowe has marked 35 metres from goal. And look at this, in towards number 12 for Collingwood, Jason McCartney, and Adelaide really deserved to have a goal kicked against them here for that shocking play midfield.
Yes, in fact, there's Johnny Hassel again putting the pressure on Rashudo that just got that ordinary kick.
But they had
the
about
advantage of his teammates.
Well, McCartney will now kick from 30 and will be difficult now for Adelaide. 13 points down. McCartney for his third. Kicks and goals. So Jason McCartney's kick free, and what a handy one to Collingwood, getting close to three-quarter time. In fact, it is three-quarter time. And they now lead by 19 points, the Magpies, after a very good third term when they really did get on top.
Yeah, so the three-quarter time score here at Victoria Park. Collingwood a 10-9, 69, leading Adelaide 6-14, 50 in this final quarter. Can the Crows come back? They're still seeking their first win at Victoria Park. Collingwood, well, this is their last home game for the season. They'd love to finish on a high as Monkhorst gives it to Shaw, wide to Kerrison. Off he goes towards Hassel. First goal vital. Hassel caught by Rashido. Ball spilled free by McDermott. Had a sensational first half. Kicks to half forward. Houlihan, an effective spoiler. Waiting down for the Crows was David Brown as it's pushed over the line. Very good crowd in attendance here at Victoria Park. And a throw in to take place. 19 points. And that is very little in today's modern game. Monkhorst has a front spot. Houlihan tries to take it from Brown. Jarman was there. And he sees his hand pass over.
Just looking at Mickey McGuan coming off the ground after three-quarter time. He was limping a bit, so I think he may have an injury there.
Yes, it was somewhat strange to see him taken from the ground. Collingwood keeping pretty tight-lipped about that at the moment. As a free kick has been picked up. Holding, said the umpire. And it's gone the way of Monkhorst. To Tony Shaw. Well, Collingwood fans gave him a huge cheer when he came off the bench. Ryan's playing his 50th game. Shaw, of course, is in number 301. Collingwood with possession from Watson. Down to the half-forward line. Ominous signs as Krasiska is there. Kicks towards Rocker, who's come steaming out. Chalmers is with him and affects the spoil. Back to Rocker again. Can he keep it in play? Runs out of room. Pressured to the line by young Josh Mayle, and a throw in to take place.
Half forward for the Magpies. They're in the box seat. Jamison taps it down. Here's James. Around the corner he goes and out on the full. So penalty kick down there to be taken by Brett Chalmers, who almost became a Collingwood player, of course. He's picking up Rocker. Oh, nice kick too. Way out to the half-back line, and that's almost a mark to Ren. Oh, no, not paid. On to Tony McGuinness. On to Rouvray. Back to McGuinness. Back to Rouvray. Now, is he going to kick it? He will now. On the left foot. Modra. Can't mark. He's got it, though. Oh, good tackle on Modra. Here's Wigney. Should give it to Jarman. Jarman's got it. Gets it back. Wiedemann goes to ground. It's a loose ball. Jarman again. Back to McGuinness. Great play, the Magpies, as they were again tackling from all directions.
Good pressure.
Great football, Collingwood.
But Pete, you'd hate to be playing on the half-forward line for Adelaide as they brought the ball down that outer wing. They had about 87 handballs. The forward line had already gone past them before they finally kicked it.
Sensational passage of play with the crowd. The cry of ball probably 5 times and all to no avail. So what can happen as it spills free here? Jarman is again at the bottom of the pack. And another bounce to take place. So down there, Gavin Brown, who's if he's not in there burrowing in to get the ball for Collingwood, Tony Shaw is. Big pack of players contesting this. First goal in this quarter vital. Buckley a chance. McCartney leaves it for him. No, he decides to clash into Rashido to open the path for Buckley. He gets the hand pass on towards Williams, but Anderson is there. Steaming through for the Crows goes Greg Anderson. Gets a left foot kick. Here's a chance for Ingerson. Outside 50. He'll look to the big guns down in the forward line. To the lead of Modra. And Wigney also, and it's Wigney he takes. 2 options there, and he picked Wigney.
Good play by Anderson on half back there. Just put his body in a bit. Got the foot in the end and got direct kick up to Ingerson.
He's kicked. Well, he's had a couple of shots today, but has not been able to goal as yet. Let's see what he can do. Going to be close. Wigney gets his first.
Yes, and Stuart Wigney's found it very hard to get into this game. He's been on and off the bench and hasn't worked in tandem anywhere near as well as he did last week with Modra when they both kicked 5. But Anderson, the play, getting the footy direct to Ingerson, who's got away on occasions, has found it tough across half forward there, the way the ball's come down. But a good result from that effort.
The Magpies by 13 points. Rashudo, Jamison, Jarman is there. Gavin Brown coming through the centre, and the umpire said he threw it. So it'll be a free kick to the Crows. Boy, if they got another quick one, it'd be a game. It'd be a real contest if Adelaide go down and get one here. Here's Brown kicking it wide. Jarman's on his own. A big chance for Adelaide. The stab kick in towards Modra and hits him on the chest. Now, he must kick this for Adelaide's sake. He's kicked 2 and he's missed some sitters, Ross.
Yes, he's kicked 2-4, Pete.
Well, pressure on Tony Modra. He is directly in front. He's only 35 metres out after a beautiful pass from Jarman. And if he kicks it, they'll only be 7 points now. Tony Modra kicks, and I think he's missed this. Oh, boy, that is disappointing for Adelaide. The 5 points he's kicked, 2-5.
I think he's kicked 196 goals in his career. He could have brought up his 200 today.
Well, that was a wobbly one off the boot, wasn't it?
Graham Corns on the phone with this next goal absolutely vital to both sides. Rashudo, the flyer, unable to take the mark. Crows have the numbers. McDermott can set it up for Wiedemann. Bolts once and kicks for goal. It's coming back. Was it enough? Very, very close, but just away for another behind. Crows doing all the attacking in these opening minutes. Krasiska to bring it in once again. Again, he comes the members' side. Rashudo as the fly.
Oh!
Moncourse threw it down.
Yeah.
Rashudo to go back towards Wigney and Modra. Out comes Wigney. Can't take it on the half volley. It may open the door for Kerrison off to Moncourse. Thought about the hand pass short, then wobbles it towards McCartney. Difficult bounce for him, and he's more than happy to see it over the line. Just a couple of kicks in it. Wren trying to come over the top. Chance now for McGuinness. Pumps the Crows to half forward, but Houlihan's going to be the stumbling block. Got a shove, and we'll take a free kick.
Damien Houlihan always thought about transferring play. Now he is. Out to Watson. Watson on centre wing. Good mark. Kept his eyes on it. 2 bites of the cherry.
Is that 50?
No.
He's had a fair game too, Watson, 14 and 9.
Well, it's a good play. Had a great game against Hawthorn last week on this very ground. Now he's chipped it in short. Oh, that's a poor kick. He's kicked it straight to Mark Rashudo. Little things like that can be very, very costly in a game. Rashudo looking for Ingerson. Over the back, it clears. Maynard, he's got it. Handball's back to Wiedemann. Wiedemann, he should be kicking it in short. He is. Oh, he's looking for Wren. I meant to say should have been kicking in long. Of course, there's Brown. Right. Moncourse. Jarman. Oh, caught one in the back. Umpire calls play on. Buckley. Jarman again. Good play, but Brown is there. Oh, gee, this is a contest now as they charge in after it.
Jarman's going to go home with a crook back.
Well, they got the peas out of the whistle. Goodness me. They just won't play a free kick. You've got to protect the player going for the ball.
A bounce, almost down to centre wing. McDermott again. He's knocked up getting possessions. 31 possessions he's had. Fantastic achievement. Houlihan off the ground to Tony Shaw. Collingwood out of trouble. A former skipper to the current one. Gavin Brown step passes up towards the half-forward line, and the mark is taken by James. Called to play on. Centering kick now. His target is big Severio Rocker. Going with him is Chalmers, and it's the latter who comes away. Towards McDermott again. There's another possession. He finds Mail, who wants McGuinness. He's got him on outer side.
See, McDermott's a great player, isn't he?
It's here that McGuinness today have run right.
McDermott's had 13 kicks and 19 handballs.
Something like 56 possessions between them. To half forward. Again, it clears the pack. Going to the outer side. And over. There's Bradley Rowe. Open proceedings with a goal in the first quarter, Rowe. Collingwood hanging on. But only just.
11 points the margin. Here's Shane Watson. The Magpies in front. Tony Shaw. Under Gavin Brown. They've played many great games for Collingwood between them, those two. Here's Brown on the left foot. He's looking now for Rocker. Rocker and Chalmers. Chalmers thumps it away. Oh, good tackle. And this is Powell. Oh, the Crows have lifted. There's no doubt about that. They're playing good football now. Here's Jarman. There's a blue one behind, but we'll watch the ball down towards Ingerson. Ingerson can't mark. Houlihan's on top of him, and Houlihan takes it to the line.
Great tackle by Chalmers on Williams. That's what Williams is upset about. He thought he'd get free.
Well, it's at half forward for Adelaide. They're making a real challenge here. They're 11 points behind. Wren, the big thump. There's no one there. That half forward line for Adelaide, very ordinary. Watson on the right. Right, the chip pass in front of Hassel. Hassel getting away from McGuinness. Oh, look at this. Bradley Rowe at half forward. Maynard nearly got him. Rowe, oh, good play. Sprints away. 2 bounces. Will he have a shot? Banana kick that he's missed. One behind.
Well, he did the right thing. He was trying to draw Chalmers to him so Brock would be free. And he looked at him. He said, will I handball? No. Missed.
2 straight kicks in it. Matthew Powell delivers it once again. Rashudo's the target.
That was a good mark, wasn't it?
He's a good player.
Very good player. And, still a teenager. Turns 19 next Wednesday. Anderson. Almost down to centre wing, Greg Anderson. The next goal in this game could decide who's going to go on with it.
Yeah, very much in the balance this last 5 minutes or so.
Oh, gee, Wren's put McDermott under the hammer. Tony Shaw may take advantage of it. Gets the hand pass away. Williams, will he get caught this time? Away he goes. Almost. He's inside 50. Has a shot in towards full forward, but it was a blind shot. Chalmers is there to take the mark.
Shocking play by Wren. And look at this. Is he kicked out in the full?
Yep.
Chalmers is kicked out on the full. And it'll be a Collingwood penalty kick out there. It'll be taken by McCartney. He's kicked 3. Right. Jason McCaw.
Tony Shaw's filthy. He ran from the middle of the ground to make a lead, and the pass should have come to him.
Jason McCartney is going to have a shot, I think. Maybe looking for the short one. Rocker's saying to kick it now. But that hand pass from Wren back to McDermott, who was covered and went about 2 inches, the hand pass before. Now, McCartney. A beautiful looking kick. Up they go! Oh, Williams was the flyer off hands, and in fact it hit the behind post, so it'll be a throw in. So the margin remains at 2 straight kicks, so that's 12 points.
Working with Julius Sumner-Miller. Here's the throw in. Goal! Bradley Rowe has kicked his second.
He's had a few opportunities, Sandy. That's 2-4 for Brad Rowe. He's been dangerous. And they're the goals I said in the first quarter when he kicked one that they want him to kick. Those opportunist ones on the deck, crumbing the ball. Well played.
So the Collingwood chant goes up as we go back to the centre. It's now 3 straight kicks in this game at Victoria Park. Two goals to Bradley Rowe, 2 also to Brent James, 3 to Jason McCartney. Monkhorst belts it back in towards the middle, towards Buckley. And a nice little tap will see him clear with a kick down towards the 50-metre line. Good effort then for a moment by Powell, but he's lost it. The hand pass by James is going to put his teammate under pressure. Anderson caught one as James tried to make amends. His kick goes straight to Gavin Brown. Off he goes to Monkhorst. To half forward. Hassles his target. Williams comes over the top. They've got the numbers now, the Crows. McGuinness is away. Thought about McDermott, but elects to go longer. Finding David Brown. They want the next goal desperately, and they've got the opportunity with Whitney to have a shot directly in front, 40 out.
In fact, Whitney in this last quarter shown Modra had a lead. He's come straight down the ground. Modra's been going to that pocket, making it difficult for himself. Good kick by Brown.
Stuart Whitney has won to date. That was earlier in this quarter. This is a must goal for the Crows. Is it away to the right? It is. One behind and an opportunity goes.
Not sure what James was thinking of down on the half forward flank here for Collingwood. He just handballed to no one. Should have kicked.
Ingerson off. They've fallen down badly across half forward, Adelaide. Wellman is on. As we see, Gavin Krasisku's done a fine job on Tony Modra. He's harassed him and he's been with him on every lead. Gavin Brown. Tony Shaw marks in front of Hartwig. Now Nathan Buckley is free. There's a couple of loose players here. But Tony Shaw is going to go for one of his booming long kicks here to centre wing. Monkhorst, up he goes, the big fella.
You're a cool man.
Very effective kick, Pete.
Yeah.
It was actually, and Monkhorst on centre wing, taking his time. Kerrison's on his own here. He can chip it into Kerrison. So Collingwood making space. Here's Shaw. Oh, good kick by Tony Shaw, the former captain, onto James. James will look down in the Rocker direction. Rocker and Chalmers. Rocker flies. Can't mark. Rowe! Oh, touched off the boot. One behind the Magpies. I thought Rowe had almost kicked another one.
.77 plays 59. Powell's got to beat a couple. Taken over the line. Williams is in trouble.
Oh, that's a knee injury. That is rotten. How many more knee injuries are they going to be this year?
There's 7.5 minutes remaining in this game.
How simple was that, Sandy?
It looked absolutely nothing. The call for the stretcher has gone out.
Oh.
What a tragic way. Well, have a look.
Oh, yeah.
It land
doesn't
awkward.
take much, does it? That's amazing.
Yeah.
When you think of St Kilda training, the injuries they've cop, game here today, Pittman.
Oh, that is just a tragedy.
Just an unfortunate fall. A very cruel thing to say, but the only thing it's done really is just hold up the game in Collingwood's favour, not allowing Adelaide to settle down.
Well, that's rotten luck to Paul Williams. He immediately went for that knee that clutched it.
Yes, there's no doubt he knew straight away.
When you think they've got Ballantyne and Pert on the sidelines with knee injuries.
Crows also have had their problems with injuries today, but rotten luck as we see it again. Just the awkward landing and the twist, and that's all it took to see a most disappointed Paul Williams leave the ground.
Well, look at this as he goes. Oh, you can see that left knee buckle underneath him then. So rotten luck to a young player, Paul Williams.
So as Ross said, this game has been held up, but it's certainly not helping the Adelaide Crows. They've got to get their game going and get goals fast to have any chance of breaking the drought at Victoria Park. McCartney has a front spot and he belts it down towards the pocket, down towards James. Can't pick it up and sees it over the line in the left forward pocket. Rocker comes across to do the ruck work. Goes for a roundhouse left. Mail working hard. Loses it. Rowe been at live wire in front of goal. Gives it to his skipper, who pumps it high and he's kicked a goal! There's the sealer for the Pies. 2 goals goals to Gavin Brown. One in the first and one in the last.
Yes, and how fitting that the skipper kicks what Sandy says. He's probably right, the ceiling goal there. It's going to be very difficult for Adelaide to get back in the game. And he's been a terrier today, Gavin Brown. Had Ben Hart early, chasing him around. Jarman's been with him. A good handball coming to Brown, though. Gave him room to run into space. Terrific kick.
The Magpies look as though they might have kicked the sealer there. Ben Hart to half forward, racing back after it is Sean Wellman. This is Alan Richardson, loses the ball in the tackle. Wellman dives on it. But really, I think the game has been lost for the Crows across half forward. They're in that first half and they had plenty of the play. And they really didn't capitalise. Now here's Wiedemann onto the left boot. Down in front of goal. Wigney and Modra are down there. Wellman tried to dive on it. Here's Nathan Buckley, former Port Adelaide star and Brisbane Bears, of course, bringing it to centre wing. Here's Monkhorst. Oh, well played by the big monkey.
They love him.
Towards half forward, and have a look at the pass by big Damien Monkhorst. On the row, who's had a terrific second half. Great kick, and he finds Buckley. And Buckley, for his kicking ability, certainly within distance.
Should have a shot.
17 kicks, Nathan Buckley, and 6 handballs. Now, let's see. Last year I nominated this player as the best kick in the competition. He properly kicked in the man on the mark.
And you also said at half-time last week, though, that the Bears were gone.
Certainly did not. As we see Buckley now, I said he'll make the distance. Let's see if he makes a liar out of me. A booming kick. But, well, he cleared the fence easily, but offline, one behind only. And McDermott had plenty to say, and Tony Shaw finding it very humorous. Well, he's a great, both of those great champions over the years, McDermott and Shaw. Now that, well, it's a mark to Jamieson. Back it comes to Anderson.
Greg Anderson was going to direct play to the outer side. He does so, finding Jamieson. Rod Jamieson has a left foot kick, and it's long up across the wing. Houlihan, the spoiler, from behind. Richardson waiting down in front. Through comes Houlihan. And it goes over the line. Adelaide's making a change. Rod Maynard coming off for a spell. Roscoe?
Yeah, slipped that back on. There's a little change between Buckley and McDermott.
Nothing in that. Monkhorst tries to get a kick, but it's partly smothered. Rashudo gets the hand pass away. Off towards McDermott. Jarman caught. Ball spills free. Through comes Tony Shaw with dash. Pushes it out in front for Butcher. He's still going. If it sits, he may get a kick. He does. A left foot chip in towards the pocket, but it beats all and goes over the line. Throw in the left forward pocket. Under 5 minutes. And Collingwood in control. Rocker. Rowe again. He's kicked one after the throw in. Can't do it this time. James working hard. Plain also. Short little chip. Here's Tony Shaw. Can he get back? He can. And the former skipper will have a shot.
Now, will he make the distance, Roscoe?
45. He's going to be kicking from just inside 50.
He's got a bit of a breeze behind him.
I reckon he will.
I'd like to see him go for a torpedo.
No. Looks all right. Oh, he's made the distance and he's kicked the goal. Say goodnight to the folks now, Gracie.
And well done, Collingwood, because they've withstood everything that Adelaide could throw at them right through this game, and they looked to be out of sorts early, but they just did enough at different stages of the game to get themselves in it, stay in front, just keep chipping away. And every time Adelaide threatened, Collingwood were able to steady and get a goal back, or just reduce the effectiveness of the Adelaide forward thrusts.
A margin out to 31 points in favour of the Magpies, as they've got right on top since half-time. Honours even in the first half. As players pounce in on top of it, it'll be another bounce. Slightly towards the Crows' half-forward line. The Magpies, as Ross said, and we look onto a glum-looking Graham Corns and Mickey Taylor on right of screen, a former Collingwood player himself, of course. Now, Tony McGuinness. Nathan Buckley onto the left foot, brings it to the half-forward line. 2-on-1 here. Hand pass comes over to Butcher from McCartney. Back to McCartney. McCartney swings onto the right foot, brings it in toward Rocker. He can't mark. Here's Bradley Plain versus Anderson. Oh, good play, Greg Anderson. He's battled this game right out. He's been a good player. Onto Jarman. Jarman chips it to Brown. Brown in towards half forward, and the mark taken by Rashudo. Rashudo swinging onto the right boot. He's looking here for Modra and hits him right on the chest, 50 metres from goal. To the hoops of the Magpie supporters. Tony Modra's kicked 2, but he's missed a few. He's kicked 5 behinds. He's kicking from 50. That's a nice looking kick. Was it touched? It was. Right on the line it is touched. So a rush behind to Adelaide.
Under 2.5 minutes remaining as Krasiska brings the ball back into play. Coming the members' side, Houlihan, the flyer at the back with Monkhorst. Big Monkey claiming it. Can't take it. Wiedemann also working hard at the bottom of the pack, tries to shovel it out. Not easy to win it, but Jarman gets it clear. Kicks in towards the pocket, and Modra the flyer. But it just hasn't been his day in the air today. And it hasn't been without some verbal coaxing from the once great Peter McKenna.
Yes, his timing's just been a fraction out, which is all it needs when you fly like that, and he's got himself under the ball.
From the throw-in, Collingwood to clear once again. Over the head of Buckley. Wren now, chance to get it out towards Jarman, who spoons it even wider to McDermott, who was looking for the free kick. McGuinness is there with him. Wiedemann scoops it up with the one hand, gives it across to his teammate there in Jamison to full forward, and Wigney will have a shot. 25 out directly in front. Stuart Wigney is just the one. He's had a couple of shots though, Ross.
Yes, 1-2 he's got.
Modra being the only multiple scorer at this stage for the Crows. Now he's been joined by Wigney. 2 each to those boys. But the bird has flown, Ross.
Yes, and the thing that Graham Corns is obviously going to be concerned about is they matched it early in this game. They had the touch of the footies, but they just overused the ball. A bit like what was the downfall of Melbourne when they lost a couple, having had that good run early in the season. They just used the footy too much. And when you do that, you're always going to give yourself a chance to bring it undone. And they've got caught out today again.
The Magpies by 24 points. Stuart Wigney has kicked 2 and Modra has kicked 2 for the Crows. Here's Tony McGuinness, who's battled his heart out all day. He's had 17 and 7. Very quiet in the second half compared to his first, of course, as we see McGuinness into the pocket, and he's found the man, Sean Wren, drifting down into the pocket.
Johnny Hassell's really persisted against McGuinness. He's finished up with 14 and 7, which for sheer endeavour has been terrific.
Well, Wren has kicked 1 goal. And if he kicks this, the margin will be 18 points, but it'll be too late for the Crows. Sean Wren kicks. Oh, it's not a bad looking kick, but just to the right. 1 behind.
1-3, Pete, for Sean Wren.
90 plays 67. Gavin Krasiska again. Short to right. Back to Krasiska. He runs it out of defence, going long and low towards centre wing, but a good mark by Rouvray. Going back with the flight of the ball, almost caught Jarman unawares with the hand pass, but he gets it away now to Mark Rashudo. Rashudo's in the middle, but they're mucking around with it. Short to Jarman. He in turn is short to McGuinness. Needs a good lead, didn't get it. Krasiska chanced himself, took them on and beat them. Here's Rowe on the outer side. He's had a pretty big game, this boy. Rowe's kick is wide and high, but it doesn't matter. There's the siren. It's all over. And victory to Collingwood. Serio Rocker picks it up at the end. But a winning margin eventually of some 33 points. Collingwood 13-12-90. And accounting for the Adelaide Crows, who finished with 8-19. Their kicking for goals certainly letting them down. In fact, in the second half, they managed just 3 goals, 9, the Adelaide Crows. So, disappointment for them. Let's go down to the boundary line. Here's Dipper with
Thanks
Tony
very
Shaw.
much, Sandy. Well, Tony, some big memories here.
Yeah, well, the last game of the year, but it was pretty good. The boys worked pretty hard early. I thought they had a go to a real dead set go, and in the end we come out on top. We're playing all right at the moment, but there's still a long way to go.
That's a very good the way the side finished off today.
Yeah, at half time was even, but they come out pretty good winners in the end. But they kicked badly too, so we'll have to have a look and see how it evened out.
There's a few dollars bet on that last goal you kicked there. A fantastic kick.
Mate, I'm the skills coach down the club. How do you know that? I just said to the boys it was a certainty. Buck said, "Do you want me to drop in short?" But nah, they got it. Just kick the well and it'll come off, mate.
Terrific, mate. Then good luck for the rest of the season.
Yes, he did well. And certainly made his presence felt when he came onto the ground. As we check, he's a very happy boy too. As we check the final score here at Victoria Park, victory to the Pies, 13-12-90. Adelaide, 8-19.